Thank you for joining today's podcast episode. It's a special one because Rafael is a friend of me and he's queer and black, so like I am. And that's why this is today a fusion podcast episode. It is about the Rainbow podcast and the Community Talk podcast. But before I going deeper for the questions and all this stuff, please introduce yourself, Rafael.
Hello. Happy to be here. Happy to be invited for you. I'm so proud of you, like to be part of this Rainbow podcast. So I am Rafael. I'm almost 42 years old. I'm from Brazil, but now I'm living here in Lisbon for 9 years. And yeah, I am entrepreneur. I'm a hairdresser, and I have like a hair salon here. I have 7 cats, beautiful cats, black cats, and yeah, I think I am a son. I am I have siblings. I have a brother. Yeah, I think that's me.
That's you. Okay, this is a wonderful introduction. Thank you very much. And we can start with the first question here. What was the reason you moved from Brazil to Portugal?
So it happened 9 years ago. I was living in Curitiba. It's a biggest city in the south of Brazil, which I lived for 10 years. But I was not happy there. I was not happy with the environment, like the weather in general. I was not happy with the people, the community, the culture of the south of Brazil, and I decided to move. But I didn't want to move to another city in Brazil. So I really wanted something different. Then I started to look around, and Portugal was the best option for me. Also, the political situation in Brazil in that time was starting to be not so good. So
It was
I thought,
Bolsonaro, right? In this,
no, no,
no?
no,
Okay,
no. It
before
was
him.
before. It
Okay.
was before Bolsonaro. The president was Dilma Rousseff in Brazil, and was not good because they were trying to take her out, and they did it. So yeah, I think it was that.
And you mentioned the environment in the south, and I hear already also that the south is more popular for white people or white or Europeans, right? Brazilian culture is really mixed. You have a lot of different culture, ancestors to African people, ancestors indigenous, and also to European people. But specifically, the south is more white populated, right, with ancestors from Europe. Is it possible that's
Yes,
why you felt a little bit uncomfortable there as well?
I think so. Because there in the south of Brazil, we have like a big community of descendants of Germans,
Hmm.
uh, Italians. We also have Ukrainians, and yeah, and Africans, indigenous, but not so much. So was a little difficult to raise it there in the south, being black,
Hmm.
because there are no many black people in the south, so the culture for blacks there is not so big.
Not so
Yeah,
big. It's
yeah,
the so in the south are more the European ancestors, and then in the north of Brazil are more the African ancestors, right? And
a
indigenous
lot,
people. Hmm.
a lot. Yeah. In the south, I usually say the south of Brazil, it's very similar to Europe.
Okay.
Like
Hmm.
the people, well, not the culture, because yeah, Brazil is very big and the Brazilian culture is very strong. But yeah, but you have like people from different parts who descent from different parts of the world, especially Europe,
Hmm.
who usually makes this culture there. So the Germans, they are proud to be Germans. So yeah,
I know that. And it's Blumenau in the south as well. Yes,
yes,
it's in the
Blumenau
south.
is in the south.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
Because
the biggest German communities is there in
it's
Blumenau. Are there in Blumenau?
because
Yeah.
I know that Blumenau, it's the outside of Germany have the biggest Oktoberfest outside of Germany, and it's in
Yeah.
Blumenau, it's in Brazil. So, and I think a lot of people don't know because in Germany, a lot of people saying that oh, the immigrants need to adapt to our culture, but a lot of Germans don't do that in their when they are traveling or going in other countries. They're building their own little town and all that kind of things, and then it is a double standard in my opinion that the people in Germany complaining that they are not adapting to any culture, but Germans doing actually the same in other countries and building like a own society and influence a lot with their own culture in it. And that's what a lot of Germans not understanding. And I hope when they seeing this episode that they maybe understand that we are not always adaptive like they thinking we do. But also there it's because after you living now 9 years in Portugal, and
Yes.
what was the tip, the point in Brazil that you say okay, I need to leave? You mentioned something already, but what was actually the moving point that you decided okay, I will pack all my stuff and I will leave Brazil and moving overseas to Portugal.
Yeah, it was exactly when they took off Dilma Rousseff.
Hmm.
So it was, in my point of view, it was totally criminal what they did. So when they did it, I realized, okay, this country is not like where I want to be right now, because things was very confused. Things was very not right,
Hmm.
going not in a right way. And I saw Jesus when they did it with her. So yeah, when I saw it, when I experienced it, because I was there, okay, I bought my ticket to Portugal and moved.
Okay. And did you had any plan, or you just bought the ticket and said, "Okay, I have a new start"?
No, I made a plan. Yeah,
Okay.
I made
Hmm.
a plan because I didn't know here before. I didn't come to Portugal before, even to visit. So yeah, I start to search to see what was possible to do here, and then I decided before moving to Portugal, when I was looking somewhere where I could live, I also saw Colombia.
Ah, Colombia. Hmm.
Yeah. I was thinking to move to Medellin. It's one of the biggest city in Colombia. It's there in South America, and it's a very nice city. I think it's a very nice city. So yeah. So I decided, okay, I wanna go out, so I wanna go far.
Okay.
Yeah.
No return. Let's go. Just just
Yes.
moving.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also there we because you mentioned that you came with a plan and that you want to work, and we can step in here with the second question. When came the idea to become self-employed? So you came to Portugal and then you most likely was first working maybe in a hairdresser shop, and then when came the point that you wanted to become self-employed?
I was already self-employed in Brazil because I was hairdresser there. I started my training 7 years before move to Portugal. I am a hairdresser for 16 years.
Hmm.
And I started everything there. But I'm graduated in business administration. So I finished my graduation when I was 24, and I worked on my graduation. I worked in during the day, and I was studying in the night. So when I finish, I still working for 1 more year, and I realized, okay, I don't wanna work in companies. I don't wanna
Mhm.
work in. It was not for me. I was trying to figure out something more, I don't know, maybe artistic, or maybe more when I could see myself free to, not free because we are not free, but yeah, free to express a little myself. Then I started to my training as a hairdresser. My mom was like the person who said to me, okay, uh, start to be a hairdresser. So,
So
uh,
she encouraged you to do the path of a hairdresser, to go for
yes,
it. Okay.
yes. So I did it. And the first years was not easy. The first years was very difficult because I had to learn everything about to be a dresser. I have to manage
Mhm.
myself, manage everything because it's to be self-employed. Self-employed is kind of to be a small company. We have to do everything, and as we do for our lives. But yeah, when I came to Portugal, I started to work in a hair salon
Mhm.
here, and I worked for 1 year. Then again, I thought to myself that was not I wanted to do because of the environment of the salon I was working, because of the products, because of the people who are working with me. Then I stopped it a little and start to work in a bio market
Mhm.
here. It's a supermarket here for organic products.
Celé Rouge? Was it this one?
No, 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 no. The name is Miosotis.
Music. Oh, I didn't know that.
Miosotis. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's one of the traditionals here in Portugal. And I knew the cosmetic, organic cosmetic industry.
Mhm.
I again, I realize, okay, I want to open my own salon in this, using like this kind of products, using more natural products, do some services for people with more experience,
Mhm.
more respect, and for the people and for the body and for myself.
Because in the hairdresser industry, it is also common to use product what it was used with animals, right? The like experimental on animals and all that stuff. And because what I remember when you was talking to me with dyeing my hair like this did, that we also need to think about that a lot of products in when you're doing the hairstyles and all that they are used on animals before, and this is one tip point for you that you are not using that, right, in your business.
Oh yes, yes. For me, like is to use the products like for the mainstream brands, we don't know where these products came from.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know the history of the agriculture, of the ingredients, the environment where these products were are made in. And for me it was one of the points like to change. So when I started to work with organic agriculture, we usually can say like the whole way of the production. So I can say it's not testing animals, there is no slave workers,
Mm-hmm.
so
So it's
it's
also fair trade.
yes, it's fair
Mm-hmm.
trade. Yeah. So it's yeah, but I have to say that it's not totally clean, because it's very impossible to
Yeah.
totally clean in everything we do. But yeah, but it's better and make me feel better to do what I do.
The high products. That's nice. Could you? What is the name of those products? Because then I can blend them in as well, that people are know where they what they need to think about or what they can look out for, have more natural products as well. Because then they can ask for that as well. And of course, if you are in Lisbon, please go to Rafael's shop and do your hair over there. And I will also put all his social media in the show notes, that you can see that when you're visiting Lisbon, that you already have a good hairdresser to go there. Yes, so it will be really nice to support in the community, because I think we need to try to connect with each other, and specifically black owned businesses, black queer owned businesses are that rare, and I think it's a really good, nice to have, to see flourishing your business and also supporting that, because we need to shift, we need to try to support our communities and being in our communities, because this is something we should address here as well, because it's not easier. There are glass ceilings. Not always the people are going to black-owned businesses or trying to support us. That's why we need to shield it at least ourselves as well. Because you do all hairstyles, right?
I do. You mean like types of hair?
Yes, exactly.
It's I, I don't do black hair,
You don't do
so
black hair.
I don't do. I have no like the skills like to do, like for example, braids for black hair.
I
I
mean, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this kind of designs I don't do it, because you have to have like a very deep skills, and all my formation, all my training uh were in the south of Brazil, where we have mostly Europeans hair.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I never
But you
had
do natural
this.
black hair.
I do, yeah,
So
I
you
do
just don't
haircut.
do the braids or different kind of
Yes.
where you use other hairs to put in our hairs. But like if you have 4B or you having an afro, you doing this kind of
Oh
styles, right? You
yes,
cut
yes,
them, because this is
yes,
different. It's not you
yes.
doing black hair, but you're doing the natural black hair. You're not using to do what you're saying. You don't do braids, you don't do locks, you don't do this kind of things. But if someone is coming with the afro to you, you can cut the afro.
Yes, yes, yes. About haircut, I can do every type of hair. Yeah, me and my team, because I have a team of
Hmm.
hairdressers, so we are allowed to do every kind of haircut. And yeah, I like it. When I have black natural hair
Hmm.
to do a haircut, for me it's very different. The experience, it's very different, because it's kind of a sculpture I'm doing, and I love it. I love it. It's very different, the textures of the hair we have in the world. And yeah, after many years doing it,
Hmm.
I,
Well, I need to say what for me it's a little bit sad that even in Brazil, that you are in different part of Brazil, that you are not learning all the hairstyles. It's a little bit sad, because it's the diversity of our hair and also culturally what we are having and what we can do, and because we have the same issue in Europe, that we have black hair, but even when we have our just this normal afro and all that stuff, they can't do it in Germany. They don't touch it. They say, "Oh, it's too difficult. I don't want to do that." And it's like,
uh,
but that's why I corrected you here, because you're doing a different kind of hairstyle. This is different than to doing our hair, because you're doing Afro hair. So because this should be different view, because yeah, of course, some people, specifically people from the African continent, when they are coming to Europe, they're doing all the braids, they're doing the locks, they're doing those
Yes.
kind of styles. What it is specifically in Europe, it's not popular to do. But even in Europe, if you have your education as a hairstylist in Europe, that they not even touch our hair, and this is a little bit different. They
Oh,
not using the or having the information of before for B our textures, and saying this is difficult. It is not, in my opinion, it's not difficult. It's just a different hair structure, and this I just want to clarify. You are doing this hair structure. It is, you're just
yeah.
doing not the hairstyles, and yeah, to because before you say that it was like, oh, okay, I advocating for black people to go to you, but then he says he's not doing black hair. It's like, okay, yeah, I think I need to
No, I'm
clarify that.
sorry. I said wrong. Yeah, but I did your hair many times. So
Yes, I
yeah.
know. That's why I was confused when you say that. It's like, oh no, I don't do black hair. It's like, no, he's doing that, but yeah.
No, it's because when I think in do black hair, for me, like it's do the whole thing, like
Mm-hmm.
to do the haircut, but even the design, like to work really deeply with black hair. That's why I thought, okay, I'm not gonna say that I do black hair because I cannot like do say something wrong, and I did
Mm-hmm.
wrong. Yeah.
But here also the next question is related to that. So the next question is: was it easy to open a business in Portugal, or did you experience racism from Portuguese authorities to open your business here?
Uh, this question is very interesting because I think racism it's something very structural.
Mm-hmm.
So experience racism like everywhere, every time because I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I can't say for you that I experienced racism to open my business here because right now I feel myself into a bubble. I create a safe bubble for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm living this bubble where I'm not experience people who does not like to me. I have my own business,
Mm-hmm.
and people who comes to my salon, they know that I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my employees, not my employees. I have the professionals who works with me. They are also black. So when people comes to me, they know that they are going to do their hair with black people. They know everyone there, or mostly everyone there, are black. And so directly, I didn't experience, yeah, but for sure, I am under racism like every time, like because when I people see myself and they see I'm black, yeah, I think it's very difficult to say that I'm free from racism. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the but yeah, it's definitely structured now, because my question was also then, when you opened the business, was it easy for you to open the business, or there was some obstacles? Okay, it was easy
Yeah, yeah.
to open then.
Was yeah, it was very easy. I didn't experience nothing in the way to open the business, to create the business, not directly. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying about the structure. Maybe my business could be better, could be more spread, it could be, I don't know, bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and because I'm black, because I'm gay, because I'm Brazilian. So
Yes,
my
a lot of
business is not,
things.
yeah, it's not big than could be.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say like something straight. who made it.
But also that because I think when the people are listening to that, so just to put it in order a little bit, when you come to Portugal for the community now that you understand, and you have a different accent in your Portuguese. Portuguese people are not always as welcome, specifically to Brazilian people, and this is what people need to understand. When you're coming to my here to my video podcast and see that it is there is a glass ceiling. A glass ceiling mean that sometimes you experience something what that you can't go higher because of certain things, and you just mentioned it. You're black, you're queer, you're Brazilian, so these are already some things what can be deep rooted or have some issues to go further and have the promotion and the assistance from other people. But in the same time, I hear also that the racism in Brazil is also quite high for black people.
Yeah,
Um,
it's very high.
because I heard already from other black Brazilians that the racism they experience here in Portugal is lesser than what they experience in Brazil. And this was, I was a little bit shocked because you have a big population of black people in Brazil. But of course, global South countries are not monoliths either, and they have this racism structure over there as well. And I hear that a lot of times as well, and that's why I try to have an overview that it's not always, even we have a higher population of black people, that their racism is not existent. No, that's not true. And there's how you say that, a superior thing going on as well. And I see that in Portugal as well. If for me, for example, since I'm a black German, I get a better treatment because I already a European. But I know for sure for a lot of people from coming from Asia or from Brazil or African countries, that they have more obstacles to completely integrate here because of the accents they have in their Portuguese and all that. But also, here in the question, I wanted to go inside as well. Do you would like to have in the future someone and a future employee who is doing black hair, like braids and all that, or this is something you are not looking for?
Oh yes, yes. I also already I have someone who does black hair. She's a hairdresser from Suriname. It's in South
Mm-hmm.
America, and she's black with black hair, and she's starting to integrate this kind of hair because she does everything.
Okay,
So
okay.
she does everything for black hair. So I'm starting to have more black people in the salon, which for me is very important. Which
Mm-hmm.
for me it was a point in my business because I have a business and I'm black, and I didn't have so many black people in the salon. From now I'm very happy, I'm very proud when I see when I what is happening. And yeah, I'm starting to do it. Me myself, I'm not doing hair so much anymore because I'm more managing the business. So I'm not going to do trainings for hair anymore. I think I'm stopping this chapter to
Mm-hmm.
be to to be full hairdresser and starting or paying more attention to the management. But yeah,
You're
I'm very
now
proud.
you say that you're an entrepreneur now, right? So it is becoming part that you are not, yeah, more managing and that you are organizing the business and not being on the people anymore. But that's why I wanted to pin out that you have employees, and those employees adapting also to doing more different hairstyles for black people, and it's good. It's a good thing as well because if in the future you can what you said in the beginning that you don't do that, but it was more specific related to yourself, what you are doing as a hairdresser, right? And not what your
Yes.
employees are doing.
Yes, yes. At the beginning, I say about myself
Mm-hmm.
to what I usually do as a hairdresser. But yeah, about my business, I'm starting to create this environment, this for the professionals. They are not my employees. They are like
Okay.
self-employed. They are self-employed and they work for me. We have like B2B agreements.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm just clarifying it because it's
Where's the difference of uh, because they are then self-employed as well, but under your
yes.
business.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They do services for my business, but the business is mine. The clients are mine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the clients come to my business, and I have like these professionals, self-employed, that we have like our agreement, so they work for me, but not as an employee. Because when you are employee, you have like a different contract, you have different obligations, like to be employee. And
Like
yeah,
insurance, like kind of insurance taxes you need to manage and all
vacation,
that. Do you
yes.
would like to implement that in the future, or is this something uh, for that to happen, your company need to be bigger?
No, I think like for this kind of business that I have, normally we have like this kind of agreement, like to B2B. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's better for everyone and it's better for the business because it's agreement who is better for me as a
Yeah.
company and also to them, to the professionals. It's not okay. There are a lot of business hair salons who have like employees as a hairdressers, as manicures, but yeah, for my business, I don't think I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Just I just asking that because it's for me it's really interesting to open your own business and have this different kind of contract with them
Yes.
to see what is the common thing. Is it a common thing in to having this style of contract to have them self-employed and having how I can paraphrase that. So yeah, is it common a common thing in the hairdresser world to have the hairdresser self-employed and not as a
Yes.
contractor?
Yes.
Okay.
Here, I think here in Europe, in Brazil also. I think yeah, I know here in Brazil, and yeah, I think it's very common this kind of contract. In
Okay.
Brazil, I didn't see in Brazil employees. It's always like this B2B agreements, always
Ah,
ever. Yeah.
okay. Okay, this is interesting. Um, yeah, no, because this world, this corporate business world, I have no idea about that. So it's yeah. But do you if because we didn't I didn't ask you, but what is your business called?
My business called Studio Rafael.
It's Studio Rafael,
Uh,
but you have a on
Rafael.
social media, you have a different name for that, right?
No, no. It's because I had a different name,
Yeah.
but I did a rebranding. I rebranded
Ah,
the salon. I think 2 months ago. Then I start to be Studio Rafael. Yeah, because I was working with another company,
mm-hmm.
so we had together the same brand. Then we
Yes.
decided to split, and each other created their own brand. I create mine. The other business create their, uh, and now,
Ah.
but it's very new. It's very new. I'm launching it.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Because yeah, I know that it was a different name, but it's Studio Rafael. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Because I know that you was cooperating with someone else. But
Yes.
now you are completely separated, and you have
Separate.
your own business just with
Yes.
your B2B people
Yeah.
working under your business.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I always had my own business because we are not partners in business. I had my business and she has her business. We only create the brand together. So
Mm-hmm.
we are partners in the brand, but a different business. And now we decide to separate it, everything, like to grow
Different
separate.
pathways. Okay.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
in I would probably it was in the beginning it was good because it is to rent an apartment, to have your own saloon and all that stuff. As just you, it is a little bit difficult to have all the costs just as a single person, right?
Yes.
And to have it together with someone else with for this kind of business to grow in the future, it's better, right? It was better for this
And
time.
also our the services that we offer
Hmm.
are not conquers.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
I work only with her. My field is only to work with her, and she works with different fields about aesthetic.
Hmm.
So we decide to do it together, only to
To grow.
create, yeah, to grow,
Hmm.
create our strength and to grow.
But is her because the last time when I was there, is her aesthetic thing still in your studio, or this is also is she gone in your studio
No, 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 no. We are doing the same in the same space
in the
still.
same space still? Okay.
Yeah, we are doing the same space. We it's still everything. Only the branding uh,
Mm-hmm.
we separated, but
Ah,
everything is doing like at the same.
okay, that's good to know because it's yeah to grow together, right? To because it's
Yeah.
not you are not um how you say it competitive to each other since you just
No.
mentioned she have her own business aesthetics, you have your hairdressing, and that's
Yes.
why you can support each other.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good. So always
Very.
people you need business partners, I can tell that. Right. uh and if then we coming to the fourth question. We was touching the fourth question a little bit. What do you think is the importance for black hair?
The important for black hair.
Mhm.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Like
it's so I know when you did your studies with hairdressing and all that stuff, you mentioned already that you didn't had black hair as a main point in your studies. It was more European hair, but I
okay.
mean for the future because you would like to get more black customers. What would you say is really good for our hair in general? Which products, what we should need, what we should do, and how we could care more about our hair?
Yeah. Black hair, it's a very different type of hair. And I think everything, normally people who has black hair, the hair is very dry. Also,
Mm-hmm.
the scalp is very dry. Uh, and it's very difficult to make it hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
So the good thing for black hair, it's fat.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Like
If you put
shea butter.
yeah, shea butter, it's one of the things. I think like the industry for black hair, it's one of the biggest industry in the world for hair. And yeah, hydration, it's very important for black hair. And I think things are going develop more in
Mm-hmm.
this way, but it's one of the it's what black hair is. So it's the essence of black hair, and I don't think it is going to change because people are stopping to make lissage. Thanks God. Yeah,
Lissage, what is this?
to make the hair straight, like
Mm-hmm.
to people, I don't know how to say it properly in English, because usually, especially in Brazil, in the past, in the closest past,
Hmm.
people used to straightening the hair, black hair. And this is like the culture, like it's one more thing about the Brazilian culture, where all of the people want to be with the hair straight.
Yeah,
uh,
this is a racism factor. It's structural because the people are
yes,
thinking they have more, they get more privilege, and people say, "Oh, your hair is so beautiful." But it's even, in my opinion, I did it once to straighten my hair, and it's destroyed my hair completely. I never would do that
yes.
again, and I think it's a really worst thing what you can do to our hair. And but you mentioned that the people are starting to stop with that, right?
I think the word, it's because it's the marketing who manage it. It's what people see, like in the, I don't know, in the models, what people
Mm-hmm.
see in the marketings around the world, who made people like to feel not happy, to didn't recognize themselves with the hair, with like this beauty of the black hair. And now things are changing,
Mm-hmm.
are moving, because now we have people seeing and accepting themselves more. So that's why we are right now in this time where things are changing for black hair.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we have like the culture of wigs.
Yeah.
There are a
Yeah.
lot of women using wigs, and I think it's awesome. I love it. I love when I see like the women wearing different kinds of hair. So black hair, it's one of the most I don't know how to say, diverse hairs.
Mm-hmm.
What we can do a lot of things with black hair.
Yes.
I
Oh,
think
I
like
love black hair. If I see all the different style, I we have way more opportunities with them than straight hair. So, and but my question also here, it's a little bit more how you can take care of our hair, because you mentioned that our hair is mostly dry, but how would
yes.
you recommend to get our hair hydrated? With which products? What we should use for our hair?
Okay, fat. I think it's one of the things. When I say fat, it's every product what you can use like to apply it in your hair. But first of all, to clean the hair properly, I think like to pay attention, a lot of attention in the scalp, because the scalp is very dry. Normally, it's very dry, the scalp, and people don't pay attention so much to the scalp. So when you are going to wash your hair, like do this massage with your things, like
Mm-hmm.
with the point of our things, like really to create this fat in your scalp and helps your hair grow better.
And should
Always.
we apply that before a shower or after a shower?
So normally I use some oil. There is like a very powerful oil called castor oil.
Castor
It's
oil.
one
Okay.
of them. It's
Mm-hmm.
one of them. For me, it's one of the uh, most powerful oil to hydrated hair. So apply this castor oil in the scalp and all of the hair. You can also apply in your skin. Uh,
Okay.
bef- yeah, yeah. Before you wash your hair, and leave it for 2 hours. Then
Oh, 2 hours.
yeah, leave it for 2 hours, or you also can sleep with it. You can apply in the night and sleep with it, and in the morning you take the nourishment shampoo. Have to take care. Try to not to use shampoo astringent for the black hair. So use a nourishment shampoo and massage the hair to take off the oil, because the oil will start to protect your hair and to create this pellicle, like to make the hydration inside of the hair, inside of your scalp. And you use shampoo and a very good and powerful hair mask. And
Okay.
you can leave it and rinse.
Maybe you can send me for the show notes. Maybe you can send me some products where we can apply because specifically my channel is also attracting German people and German black people, and we don't
Okay,
have those products in Germany. Germany is really far behind to support our hair. Portugal is definitely way more a step ahead for black hair to get care, and we can go here for the how you say it, like to wells and all that stuff, and finding products for us. We also can go to the grocers and all that stuff to see support hair products for our hair. In Germany you don't have that. In Germany you need to go to specific afro shops where we have, and sometimes
okay,
even your city don't have those afro shops. So what
wow,
happening, a lot of things will be bought online, and to have the opportunity, I think if you can provide me with some products, what is good to apply and where we can buy those kind of products, what is maybe international available, I will
okay,
put it in the show notes to see as well, that people know, okay, I can go there, because we need to try to support, and we need to try to see what we can or how we can take care of our hair. Because for me, for example, I have no clue about my hair, and because I'm not that interested in my hair products and all that stuff. And but I think specifically for black women, it is something where we can apply or assist with each other to know, okay, these are the products, and here you are the expert. You are the expert as a hairdresser to know what is good for our hair, and that's why I'm bombarding you with those questions, because I'm really curious how we can support our hair, because Europe in general is really bad. The products in Europe are bad for our hair. Our hair get more dry. They have a different structure, and I can see that because normally my hair is a lot of times really dry, and I have no clue how to hydrate them, where dehydrate, yeah, with that they get more fat and all that stuff. But you gave me a lot of good tips here, thank you for that. And we coming closely to the end, and
okay.
where I wanted to ask you is one thing you like to share with the community, what people should do.
Okay, this question it's very hard. This question. I was thinking, uh, yeah, because when I say community, I have to look around and see my community here
Mm-hmm.
is around of me, because of course I say I know this podcast is going to be watched for the whole world, and yeah,
Hopefully that would be
yeah,
good.
I'm here. I'm doing my best here. Yeah, I think people are experiencing different things in the world. People are in different environments right now. So I can say so I cannot say for everyone because I cannot say what people are experiencing. So we say are people under different crises in the world. So I'm gonna say from my community, from
Mhm.
it's not my bubble, but it's from my
For the
people who.
community, for the people who are listening. So maybe it was also not that well written, because it's more like what you would like to give them, but for them, what is a good thing they should keep in mind. For example, when they want to open a business, what they should know or what they should be aware when they open a business. What you would like to recommend them.
Yeah, I think when people decide to do something new,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it's nice to have good connections. We have
Mm-hmm.
like, for me, the most important thing, like, it's to have like a good environment around me, friends, also my family in Brazil, and to be supported for people around me. It's one of the things that it's more important. And follow the dreams. Follow the dreams. Don't be shy. Don't be like, we always will experience fear. We always will experience disappointment, frustration. But you have to go. Have to do what you have to do. It's because this
Mm-hmm.
is life. The life is to go up, to go down, and we are here for it. We are here to support each other. As you support me, I support you, and I love you. Uh, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud to be here. And that's it. You are part of what I'm doing, because when I need you, I ask you, Buba, please do something for me. Help me come to my salon to be my model.
Yeah, I remember that. It was really a nice experience, and yeah,
Yeah,
this is actually what you a good thing and a good advice for everybody. Find your supporters, trying to understand who is willing to do your support, because not everybody is supporting, right? It is
yeah,
hard to find your own community who are really committed as friends as well to help you growing in your business. And this is exactly what I want to do. I want to show the world that we are more community, we are more we need more visibility specifically for gay, queer, black people, because we are not visible in social media, in the TVs, in all the stuff. We don't have our role models, and what we can create here is that when someone from our community, being queer, being black, and want to have a business or want to start something, watch this and get inspired doing your stuff, just what you were saying. And this is, I think these are the most beautiful words you could give to our community. And here we are now to the end, and I really appreciate this talk. It was amazing. Thank you very much on that. And in the end of our for my video podcast, I always say, now it's the time. Doing when you're watching this video, it's in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. Doing a hot coffee, a hot chocolate, or a hot tea. What you like to prefer? Of course, we have hot times at the moment. You also can drink a cold water if you want to. And I see you in the next podcast episode. I wish you now a good day. See you
thank
and bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.